الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله ومن والاه. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم، وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Dear brothers, we talked about Jannah, just name Jannah, and another entity named as hell or nar. What is hell? Hell has been described with 7 names in the Quran. When you read the Quran, it has been described using 7 names. One of the names, an-nar. It is not necessary that each word has a translation. Some of the words have translation. So an-nar means fire. So this is one of the names, which means it is burning, something that will burn. There is another name, al-hutama. Perhaps you all know this surah. كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة. Surely they will be casted into the hutama. Hutama, the word itself means something broken. You can imagine that could be pieces of wood sticks or logs broken as a fuel. And you could see also that the bodies of people will be crushed. That's why some of the translations, they'll translate it as the crusher. It is not exact word, but you can think of this way. That there is fuel, logs, broken pieces of something inflammable, and fire is coming out of it. There is another word, lava. كلا إنها لظى نزاعة للشوى. Surely it is lava. Lava means flame. Flame. نزاعة للشوى. That will extract the exterior parts of the body, will roast it and melt it. There is another name, sa'ir. As-sa'ir. It is one of the names of hell. There is another name, al-jahim. Jahim. It means hell in English. Hell. So these names are representing names of an-nar or the hell. It also, by some interpreters, there is no definite hadith to tell that they are the different levels in hell. But some scholars try to correlate these 7 names to 7 levels in hell. And some of them even put an order. However, it is not something sound. But it could be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described 7 doors for hell. لها 7 أبواب لكل باب منهم قسم معلوم. For hell there are 7 doors. For each door there is a portion from those people who are destined to hell. So everyone knows exactly what door to go. Also, these doors could be leading to the different levels of hell. The bottom level is called al-hawiyah. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَفَّتْ مَوَازِينُهُ فَأُمُّهُ هَاوِيَةٌ. And the Prophet ﷺ, there was hadith saying that a stone will fall from the top of hell and will take 70 years to reach to the bottom of hell, to reach the Hawiyah. Hawiyah also means something that will go down. So regardless of the horrible description of hell, the Prophet ﷺ told us that أهون الناس عذابا يوم القيامة, the least punishment for people on that day, is a man that will come or will be brought and will put on a shoe from hell, that his brain will start boiling. The heat coming from his feet will make his brain boiling. He will think that he is receiving the worst punishment, but in reality, this is the easiest punishment. Again, we don't think of hell as a fire that we compare with our fire. Something different, totally different. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes trees growing in hell. We don't expect trees growing in fire, but that is different fire. It is a tool for punishment. It is a place for punishment. It has names similar to our names, but it could mean something else. There is a tree called الزقوم. إن شجرة الزقوم طعام الأثيم. The tree of Zaqum is the food for the sinners. And the Prophet ﷺ described this tree that if you have a drop coming out of this tree and put it in this earth, it will make the whole life miserable on the earth, because it's too bad. There is another tree that will also grow in hell that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in Surah Al-Ghashiyah. ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع. They have no food except that ضريع. ضريع is a thorny plant which doesn't nourish, you don't feel full, and it doesn't nourish you. It doesn't nourish you and you don't feel full. It is just a punishment, pain. Thorns, you are eating thorns. And these are growing in hell. So we don't look at hell as something that we compare with our fire. It is something very bad, preserved for the people who deserve it. Those who do not listen to the communications of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who follow the shaitan. And the shaitan will betray them on that day. And he will declare that Allah promised you the truth, I promised you, but I betray you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to strengthen us on that day, to say the words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to say it in this life, and to say it again on the grave, and to say it on the day of judgment. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to shower us with His forgiveness and His mercy, and accept our repentances from our all sins, and guide us to be on the straight path. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا أبدا ما أحييتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا إلى النار مصيرنا ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا رب العالمين. Dear brothers